Greetings, Ashen here. Today I'm going to be doing a review for you of Dorohedoro Season 1. Yes, this is quite an anime. If you have not watched it, it is a Netflix exclusive. I'm not going to spoil too much for you, but I'm going to let you know about it, and the easiest way to do that is just to tell you about the massive cast of characters that is in this show. So, let's start off in this dimension called The Hole. This is where the more common people live, and our main character is arguably Cayman. Yes, he is this character that has a sort of a lizard head. It's a bit hard to explain, like a dragon or lizard head, something like that. It's really bizarre, and nobody else in this world has this, but people just assume that he has been experimented on because there is another dimension called the Sorcerer's World, and that is where a race of magical beings exist, and they sort of stop over in the hole to experiment on people, which is kind of a cruel thing. But at the same time, if you think about it, the hole isn't that great either because there's extreme prejudice in the hole against sorcerers. So there's no really good side. They are kind of, how should I put this? Two sides of the same coin. Yes, I think that will suffice. Anyway, Cayman is trying to figure out who cursed him, who experimented on him, and whatever this thing is that's laid on him that has given him this head also has made him immune to any magical spells, which he uses to his advantage when cutting through any sorcerers that wander into his realm. Next up we have Nikaido. Nikaido is a very strong woman, and she is Cayman's best friend. She holds some secrets in her life that she hasn't even let Cayman know, but she's a great cook, always optimistic, and is sticking by his side while he finds out what his identity is. See, there's a little secret to him because inside of his mouth there is an entity, and nobody is sure what it is. Maybe it is him in a different form, or maybe it is something else entirely. But this person inside of him is the one that knows the truth as to who put this curse on Cayman. Another interesting character in the hole is Professor Kasukabe. Now, this guy is somebody who doesn't particularly hate sorcerers. He's a pragmatic person who is more interested in experimentation, much like they do. Except his form is purely science-based. And I guess that will tie us over into the Sorcerer's World. There are a lot of magical organizations over there that are all competing to try and be on top. Sorcerers rise up the ranks by gaining power, going into the hole, experimenting on people, figuring out their magic in whatever way necessary. The organization we focus on in this world is run by N. He is one of the top sorcerers in the land. Matter of fact, he has so much power that it's hard for him to control. His specialty is turning people he doesn't like into mushrooms, which he usually ends up eating at some point, because they are his chef's specialty. His two main subordinates are Shin and Noi. They've been great friends since childhood. Shin in particular used to live in the hole, and some terrible stuff happened, but fortunately for him, he had a run-in with Professor Kawakabe. Least on the totem pole, we have Fujita and Abisu. These people are training in the organization, and they have a special task with En, Shin, and Noi. They are trying to find two things: the lizard-headed man and a sorcerer that can control time. So that is your cast and that is your world. It's a very violent series, and unfortunately Netflix censors some of the nudity. I don't really see a purpose for it, because if you watch a show like Altered Carbon, then you get plenty of that kind of stuff, and you think it would be more acceptable in an animated form. But unfortunately, people are going nuts with what's offensive nowadays, so they probably were just trying to watch their backs. Aside from that, this is quite a spectacular series with a very developed world, full of interesting characters that are very well fleshed out. If you haven't yet, I fully recommend you go check out Dorohedoro on Netflix. Well, I hope you enjoyed that review, and I hope you have a great day. Yes.